Welcome back to Part 3, The Climax. These missions warn you to bring 4 players, so I queued up. And one tumbleweed or two later, I went in it alone. Controlling my hero and 3 meager units of men, I stood against thousands. I stood defiantly. And as my men fell, one by one, I stood to the end, until overwhelmed, my hero fell. I felt the rising call to valor, and I tried again and again, reorganizing my troops, focusing on commanding them, and then focusing on combat with my hero unit, and I failed again and again. The hours until the server shut down ticked on by, and after some time, I sat happy to have glimpsed what this game may be, to know it was all it promised to be, and more, but that I may never take part. Tears were on my face. I was happy, but my heart was heavy. Time passes by faster than you'll ever realize after all. Then, while hitting up the shops in town, in what once must have been the central hub of the whole game, but so far had been barren of other players throughout my entire playtime, I encountered another wandering soul in this dying world. Now, let me make this clear. The hack and slash genre has not been doing well as of late, in my humble opinion. I grew up with Gauntlet Dark Legacy and Champions of Norath and Ninja Gaiden. I grew up hacking and slashing with family and friends through hordes of foes through fantastic lands, and I watched the genre slowly fade from the forefront of gaming. I yearn to sit down and play cooperative, full-fledged action RPGs once again, but so few even come to the market at all, and few have any major financial backing. So when I ran into this fellow wandering soul, and they offered to march into glorious combat with me, a dream of mine was fulfilled. A furthering of the hack and slash genre had occurred. I just wasn't there. Few were. And I was finally about to experience it. Few games actually push a genre and make it better. Most just follow standards set by the greats. In hack and slash, there was Gauntlet, there was Champions, Ninja Gaiden, God of War, good old heavy and light combo strings. Got some skills and spells to mix it up. But besides Dark Souls, and Elden Ring, and Miyazaki's influences, the genre has really stagnated as of late. Most just copy his work. The only games to try something new I can even think of are like Mountain Blade and For Honor. Now it's gone more recent, because I, once again, wrote this 5 years ago. Now we're looking at games like Mordhau and such, but God, things have really stagnated. Overseas Ventures may have done more with games like Bless Unleashed and Blood of Steel. There's certainly a niche market over there for this genre, but over here, things are in dire straits. This genre just lacks the mainstream success of American shooters, and overseas titles often don't get released here until a decade later, if at all. Like with this game and Phantasy Star Online 2, just to give a couple examples. Now, if you grew up playing these games and yearn for 4-player co-op of old like I do, then pour one out with me for Kingdom Under Fire 2. Or fire up one of those hide your VPN things and try to get the game through Asian servers, if it still exists. I doubt it, unfortunately, but I don't trust these AI Google results, though they say the game is gone for good. If I had the time and the know-how, I'd certainly try. So all of this to say, this is when I finally got to try out what this game is goddamn meant to be. No bluster, no bullshit, just your blade in hand, 100 men at your back, stalwart and ready to die, as 1,000 bestial foes from the maw of hell itself charge you down. We were two berserkers, side by side. At our back, 6 units of soldiers total. A paltry army. But they herald the call of Lord Snip Snip. A giant scorpion who proved just as deadly as he was in the old games. And I proceeded to abuse his power for almost my entire playthrough. He carried me through almost every major single-player battle in the entire game. All hail Lord Snip Snip. All hail Lord Snip Snip. It is here where I first tasted truly how good this game is. Yeah, my partner was slightly over-leveled, but we only had 2 of 4 possible players. Now, combat is fierce and fast. You can mow down entire squads of men and get lost in the combat alone, but doing so will often end up in your loss. Maintaining awareness of the battlefield and its constantly shifting lines and newly arriving threats is key. The charge of cavalry can crush a line of men in seconds, but a line of spears will skewer those horses. Archers, musketeers, mortars, and devilish wizardry can hail from the skies without warning. Heavy, slow infantry are key to any strong army, but nothing compares to a simple flanking maneuver. This game requires you to command your men like a boots-on-the-ground sergeant, bleeding in the trenches with your men. It's a damn shame you can only command 3 units at a time as compared to the 5 of old. But I was barely able to manage even the 3 until having dozens of hours of experience. Together, with all of our stratagem and all of our raw might, we barely made it. Truly thanks only to my more experienced comrade, who knew ye old kiting techniques, did we manage to pull through. If it was not for this kind stranger, the video would have ended right here, as I would have never seen any further. So thank you once again, Delanir. Truly, I know it seems minor, but you gave me a chance to properly experience this unique, little, misshapen masterpiece of coding. If it was not for this kind stranger, the video would have ended here, as I would have never seen any further. So thank you, once again, Delanir. Truly. I know it seems minor, but you gave me a chance to properly experience this unique little misshapen masterpiece of coding. this game came out a decade ago in Korea and still looks beautiful today, with thousands of units on screen and massive maelstroms of magical effects and hails of arrows, firing lines of muskets, all going off at once, with up to 8 players commanding their entire own armies. Let it not be understated that this game is a technical marvel and a testament to the fact that the majority of the gaming industry has no interest in making anything else than bog standard, copy and pasted bullshit to churn out for a profit. Gaming could be so much more, and Kingdom Under Fire 2 proves that. This game is a technical marvel made for a fraction the price of a modern big budget game, and it came out a decade ago. Games like this prove this medium is an art form worth exploring in completely different directions. From playing as a heavy metal album cover come to life, to slow story-driven games, to melds in between, such as Spec Ops: The Line. This industry has drained so much of the artistic potential from this medium by chasing trends and quarterly profit shares. It's just a crying shame. So forgive me for the dramatics. But this is why I want to share this game and the whole series with you, dear listeners. Because this is a very unique series of games from a rarely spoken of developer, and their story is worth being told. But unfortunately, life stops for nobody, and it may be some time until I can complete another segment of this series. So please, stand by if you are interested to continue the tale of a Kingdom Under Fire.